so I thought we'd do something a little different this year. So I'll go on the record and say I don't like New Year's resolutions. Now, it's a good, like, convenient date if you're, like, making a stark change. Everyone having the, like, yes, I'm gonna go to the gym. Nobody goes to the fucking gym. You go to the gym for January, and then you stop going in February, and you pay your subscription through March. Or the rest of the year if you're not able to cancel it because gyms are crazy. Me, on the other hand, I wing it. I wing the whole year start to finish. I'm not even really like a goals kind of person. I just think resolutions are a lot more flimsy because they're always too aspirational compared to like a proper goal. I'm a firm believer in SMART goals. You know, SMRT goals. No. You need the A. You need the A. Achievable. They got to be achievable. I mean, I guess not. Whatever. You can make specific, measurable, realistic, timely goals you can't achieve. Which I think is actually the perfect segue into, I have decided I'm going to join the host of other people on the interwebs that make predictions. I have made a little bingo board, and I got a few that I like kind of pre-drafted. I thought I'd start with a few kind of obvious ones. So we got like, the free score is definitely America Does It Crazy. Yeah, no, exactly. It actually is. You can go ahead and... Yeah, next year I'm going to do this before the end of the year. I'll do this like in December because I thought this will be a good one. This will be a funny. And then it turns out that America Does It Crazy happens the first day of the year, basically. It's stupid. It's stupid. I'm so sad at my country. And frankly, this wasn't even the crazy that I thought we were going to do. I don't know. I had different, higher yet lower expectations. So it will remain, and I won't count Venezuela. So we're going to start with the Steam Machine, because that was one of the ones that I'm both excited for, and I am like expecting to not necessarily be the best. That it's going to falls short of like Valve's babbles. But yeah, so I'm not expecting 4K 60 out of this little cube. I'm excited for it though, because I think cubes are peak gaming. That's bias right there. The kind of thing you've come to expect from me. Pure bias. So I think it's gonna fall short. I think it's still gonna be really good though. I'm kind of like, depending on the price, I'm kind of hoping I might be able to like get one just to mess around with it. Because again, I like cubes. It's the optimal gaming shape. Although I don't know what it's gonna cost, which like scares me because the parts are not like crazy. But RAM is a nightmare. I don't know if y'all have looked at the price of RAM recently. You gotta sell a child to get it. Which we're actually going to add as another prediction. I don't know, we'll go there. That's going to happen. Like, it's already bad. It has not improved since I bought my RAM last month. Great, now how do I find a child for selling? Don't kidnap. Because if they're napping, no one wants them. That's a decreased value. Napping children are not as valuable as awake children. No, the reality is, like, it's just a problem because, you know, AI exists, but the RAM shortage is going to continue to get bad because of the markets and the manufacturers and AI. Ultimately, though, I think, like, RAM is just in a bad spot. It's so hard to be like, yeah, you can just go justify buying hundreds of dollars in RAM. So we'll just jump to AI then. What do I think? You know, facepalm obvious predictions, but the AI bubble is probably not going anywhere. I do think we're in the middle of a huge, like, I'm gonna call it like a loneliness problem where people are now turning to AI to be their friend. I think that's going to get even more out of hand. And I think there's going to be, like, a push and pull on that because I don't think anyone's really going to legislate it properly and like restrict it. So I think we're going to like see it run rampant. Everyone have problems with it, like, and no one's going to do anything about it. That's my prediction. But I want to find a more optimistic one maybe, which is I'm going to predict that AI is going to like, it's going to hit a dead end. That's my prediction. It's going to find some limitation that like people will stop pushing it into goddamn everything. I don't need an AI agent in my everywhere. I don't need it in my coding interface. I don't need it in my web browsers. I don't need it like, but I think that like the notion of this agentic stuff where like AI is going to talk to you and solve your problems, it's terrible. I've tried engaging with it because I'm working on a coding project. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what the hell is going on and why my code's not working. AI, tell me why it's not working. And it goes, nope, your code's working just fine. No, it's not, bud. It's not. So I'm hoping that like, whether it's like bad customer service or, you know, selling people a million burgers at Wendy's, I'm hoping something will like cause the AI shoved in our face everywhere to at least stick to the realms that it is now and not like, I may just not get this one. My other one that I kind of had pre-drafted here is, so NASA moon mission. So NASA's doing a moon mission, I learned. So yeah, Artemis 2 is what it's called. And they're going to do a 10-day orbit. The earliest they could launch is February. The latest is April. I think they will like do their thing. It's NASA. They can accomplish it. But like, I feel like there's going to be problems. I think we're just jumping the gun on AI. AI is going to be an integrative tool in the future as we continue to get over or to overcomplicate things. But AI is still in its infancy. We can't rely on the logic of a computer. Back to our moon mission. I think that it's going to, like, I think they're going to have a problem. They'll get everybody home and it'll all be safe. But, like, it's going to be, like, they'll be up there and we'll be like, moon. And then they'll be like, oh, no. Is Silk Song DLC? Oh, yeah, no. It's going to get, that's delayed. Delayed to 2027 for sure. That's happening. Ain't no way it comes out this year. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. Same with GTA 6, by the way. That's delayed. That's not happening. Like, I don't even care really. I didn't really enjoy GTA 5 if I'm being honest. I used to play a bunch of like GTA 4, and I was like, oh, sweet, GTA 5, it's the new one. So I sat down with it like, you know, when it was new and it just couldn't grip me very fast. And I was like, eh. And I just never went back to it. And now it's been 13 years. Even though like GTA 6 had a version leak like 4 years ago. It was playable years ago. So I don't know what's going on there, but there's no way it comes out this year after 2 delays. Related, I think we're going to get a new Zelda game. I love the Zelda games. I hope we're getting a new one. I think we're going to get a new one. And I have logic for this, okay? There are facts. So the Switch 2 launched last year. DK Bonanza was really our big single-player game until Metroid Prime 4. I haven't played that one either. I've never played Metroid seriously, so Zelda has been an important part of the Switch as a series of consoles. Breath of the Wild was a launch title, and then Tears of the Kingdom was the last one on the base Switch. But Tears of the Kingdom came out in 2023. That was 3 years ago. But I'm hoping for a new Zelda because I want to play a new Zelda. That would just be like really, really nice if it happened. So that's my prediction. But I think it makes sense because the DK Bonanza game was made by the studio that did Mario Odyssey. So we're not getting a new Mario game, most likely. We're getting the Mario movie, which I'm excited for. I'm actually gonna... movie. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a banger. Because I thought the first Mario movie was surprisingly good. I think they're just gonna do better. And I don't think there's anything else that really fits, because we just got Metroid. We obviously just got Donkey Kong. We aren't getting Mario because we got Donkey Kong. Pokemon is not Nintendo produced. It's got to be Zelda. And maybe I'll even just like hedge my bets on like announced. Nintendo's currently doing this hype-based announcement that I like, where they announce something like 2 months before it comes out. But to be fair to them, if they did like completely split development and Tears of the Kingdom, you know, if they spent like 3 years supporting that, 3 years making, or 3 years supporting Breath of the Wild, 3 years making Tears of the Kingdom, 3 years to make the next Zelda game, is more or less on track. That makes sense. And we're gonna go like, I'll even go like 3D Zelda, like to differentiate from the isometrics and the 2Ds. I'm trying to break this up so that I have a chance of getting a line, because I want to get a bingo. That's my goal. I don't want to get like a lot of these right necessarily. I just want a bingo. What happens when I bingo? I don't know. I think what's going to be more important is what happens if I don't bingo. Who do I think will win the next FIFA Peace Prize? Is Duterte still a figure? Sorry, that's terrible. That's terrible of me. But like, I think the FIFA Peace Prize is the biggest joke on the planet. Namely because, what? FIFA Peace Prize? Why is the soccer organization getting involved in that kind of politics? And much less, like, just going after the person that, part of why this is a free square. New pandemic. Ooh, that's a spicy one. See, the problem is that, like, we're still living in the first one. COVID is still out there and is worse than ever. I don't know if I could even say we've finished our first pandemic, but like, you know what? That's fair. Let's do a new pandemic. Probably measles, if I'm being honest. I know that's mostly an America problem, but I think the bigger issue is that, like, if it becomes an America problem, we share it with the rest of the world. Getting back to World Cup, y'all know where the World Cup's taking place this year? Right here in Crazy Square Land. So if we have measles, it can become a pandemic because everyone will be here. And there are people from around the world who can't get the vaccine due to their own health conditions. There are people who don't get it because they're just crazy, but like they're a minority crazy where they're from. So I think the World Cup is going to like play a role there because it's in like 11 out of the games I think I read. Like a crap ton of the games are here in the US. So I think there's going to be, you know what, let's so FIFA, let's do the Peace Prize because I do think that's going to be funnier. You know what? No, I actually have a prediction. The FIFA Peace Prize, like, will not happen in 2026. It'll be a one and done. So I think the FIFA Peace Prize was appeasement so that the World Cup could still happen here. I think Game of the Year will be another indie because AAA titles are just not able to like live up to the hype anymore. That's not saying that they're not good, but like people aren't as impressed compared to like E33, like Expedition 33 and Blueprints and hell, what were all the nominees this year for Game of the Year? Clair Obscur, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Death Stranding 2, Hades 2, and Silksong. Really, Death Stranding and Bonanza were the only ones that I would consider AAA. Because I think Kingdom Come is from a AA studio. They're not one of the big ones, but they're not small. They're not Team Cherry with it's like 4 people or whatever. It's not Super Giant, which is like single A. I think Claire Obscure is probably more single A as well, but so I think it's going to be another indie or not triple A. I think that's like a pretty good prediction. Maybe it won't be, but we'll see. Let's see. Another one that I've seen some people like theorize. I think that there is not going to be a PS6 announcement because of the RAM shortage. However, in a related note, I think that Xbox will drop out of the console market. I think they're done because they're now putting that Halo remake on PlayStation. They're putting a lot of games on. Redo this one. Actually, let's do a Twitch one. I think a Twitch one could go crazy. I could see, like, if there was some controversy with the CEO this year, was there not? I'm gonna see how long he's been the CEO. Took over in 2023. Well, I think you know what? I'm gonna steal this one. I think Ludwig did this one. I'm not actually trying to steal things, but I'm gonna say change. Whatever that looks like. Not that he would, like, I don't know, leave, but I have a feeling that most CEOs that don't found the thing are not there forever. Okay, so I'm going to say that the Winter Olympics is going to get a memeable moment. Sort of like the, I'm thinking of like the Turkey competitive shooter that everybody really liked for a while. The guy with the like one hand in pocket leaning back pose. I think they're gonna get something like that, but for the breakdancing. Did I not see the breakdancing? Or was that during like an opening ceremony? Oh, competitions. Oh, I missed that one apparently. Wow. But yeah, I think there's gonna be something like that. There's gonna be something that's out there. It's gonna be very memeable and very like high profile. To the point that you won't be able to avoid it. Everybody's gonna know what happens. FIFA has another corruption scandal, also a free square. Yeah, I was thinking of doing like we won't do a corruption scandal. Let's do, you know what I'm actually thinking is going to be really weird about it? Like, the games are taking place throughout America and Mexico. I should guess what team makes the Super Bowl. I could just draw names from a hat. That's about all I got. I'm gonna say World Cup has serious logistics problem. So I don't know, it feels like people sleep on how big America is and how travel like effectively works. So I think there's going to be some shakeups in terms of performance there too, of like teams being upset that they didn't get to sleep very well, or they had to like do a layover, or like, I don't know, somebody gets detained by ICE, who knows. You know what? I'm going to say that somebody's going to like, this is probably a free square, but somebody launches a new robot or like self-driving car and it's a problem. I think this is also like a solid one, or maybe this one. I think I might do it here. Cure for some like long running disease. Yeah, I think we're gonna get a cure for something. I don't know. A new bug discovered? New bugs are discovered like every day. New deep ocean fish, and it's cute. Interesting. Well, you know what? I'll say like new popular Souls-like or something. That seems reasonable. Here's a weird prediction, actually. Friend slop like just dies as a genre. I do think there could be a change to YouTube that's like, I'm gonna just say like major, and I will even, I could go for even more hype and just be like, Cubivore comes to NS GameCube expansion. I want it. I want to play Cubivore again. We'll get a new Banjo-Kazooie. Who owns Banjo-Kazooie? Is Banjo-Kazooie owned by Rare still, or is it like joint Nintendo ownership? Looks like Microsoft owns it. Ooh. Wait, the most recent Banjo and Kazooie title was Nuts and Bolts in 2008? There's no way, Kiki. There's no way that happens. There's no way Cubivore comes to the expansion either. No, I've got it. I have my prediction. New Xenoblade. We'll just do new Monolith Soft. We'll do that. And I'm only going to count that one if it is like a proper, like, this is a game made by Monolith Soft. Not like, oh yeah, like Monolith Soft helped do the 3D world stuff for a Zelda game. That doesn't count. It's got to be their game. Yeah, we'll be back in, December, and we'll see how well I did. We'll have to think on whether it's now or later what I do if I don't get a bingo. I think so. We'll see. We'll do this one in December, and we'll see how well this ages. Probably terribly, actually. It's me, Future Tyro here. I had a few ideas for the stakes of the non-bingo. Vote in the comments, or on my card, or come yell at me on Twitch, or Blue Sky with what you think I should do if I can't predict a single line. These ideas came while editing, and kind of some of the, we'll call it confidence that I showed that certain things would or would not occur or would go poorly. Everyone having the like, yes, I'm gonna go to the gym. Nobody goes to the fucking gym. So let's put my money where my mouth is. My ideas were playing Ring Fit Adventure while wearing a heart rate monitor. Playing Re-Entry, a realistic simulator game about landing on the moon. Or beating whatever the highest selling Souls-like that releases in 2026 is. Should be great fun come 2027.